The phone slipped from my fingers, hitting the desk with a dull thud as the notification burned into my retinas. You have been removed from Walton Family Chat by admin Gabriel Walton. My lungs seized mid-breath. The Delta Airlines operations screen in front of me blurred. Hundreds of passenger manifests faded behind a film of disbelief. In one browser tab, my employee portal showed 15 first-class buddy passes reserved for next month's Hawaii trip. It was my in-laws' 50th anniversary celebration I'd spent months arranging. In another tab was the new chat Gabriel had created immediately after removing me. Important family info. Everyone was there. My husband Ryan, his parents, his 3 siblings, their spouses, even Gabriel's girlfriend of barely 6 months. Everyone except me. The only message said, "Family only in this chat, discussing Mom and Dad's 50th anniversary trip to Hawaii. No need to involve outsiders." Outsiders. After 12 years of marriage, 2 children, and countless family gatherings where I'd been the one everyone relied on. My fingers curled into my palm. Fingernails created perfect half-moons of pressure as I struggled to contain the volcanic heat rising through my chest. My name is Olivia. I'm 34 and a senior operations manager at Delta Airlines. This is the story of how I taught my in-laws that family isn't determined by whoever controls the group chat. For a decade, I'd been the Walton family's personal travel concierge. My employee access meant first-class upgrades when available. It meant companion passes that saved thousands. It meant hotel partnerships with deep discounts and booking privileges most travelers didn't even know existed. I maintained a meticulous spreadsheet tracking every flight, every upgrade, every hotel discount. It was a spreadsheet no one but me fully understood. Ryan texted privately, "Honey, Gabriel's being dramatic about the divorce stuff. You know how he is." I did know. Gabriel, my brother-in-law, was getting divorced and had decided anyone who maintained contact with his soon-to-be ex-wife, Natalie, was disloyal. My crime? Answering when she called about their daughter's birthday party. A 5-minute conversation about cupcake flavors had apparently erased 12 years of family membership. "It's fine," I texted back, though my hands trembled as I pulled up the family travel spreadsheet. Hawaii trip, 2nd week of March. 15 tickets with first-class upgrade requests already waitlisted through my employee priority. Hotel employee rates at 60% off through our partnership program. Inter-island flights on Hawaiian Airlines using my reciprocal benefits. Total savings, approximately $35,000. With 3 clicks, I archived the spreadsheet and closed it. "Olivia, you okay?" My colleague James glanced at me, concerned. "You're doing that scary quiet thing." "I'm fine. Just some family drama." "The in-laws again?" He rolled his eyes. "I swear you do too much for those people." He had no idea. For 3 weeks, I watched the important family info chat from Ryan's phone when he wasn't looking. They were planning everything. Restaurants, activities, matching t-shirts. Gabriel had appointed himself trip coordinator, collecting money for deposits and shared expenses. "Got us a great deal on the flights," he announced. $400 each round trip. My travel agent friend hooked us up. I nearly choked. Those were my employee buddy passes, the ones I'd already arranged that he was now claiming credit for. "Don't forget the hotel discount," added Fiona, my mother-in-law. "My coworker's daughter works for Marriott and got us 20% off." That was my employee rate through Delta's partnership program. 60% off, not 20. But sure, let's go with that fiction. Ryan looked at me nervously that evening. "You're still handling the actual bookings, right?" "I know Gabriel's being an ass, but—" "Am I family, Ryan?" I interrupted, my voice unnervingly calm. "Of course you are. Then why am I not in the family chat?" "That's just Gabriel being—" "It's your parents' anniversary. Are they okay with me being excluded from the planning?" His silence was answer enough. "I'll handle what I've already committed to," I lied smoothly. "The buddy passes are already in the system." They weren't. Buddy passes require activation by the employee, and I hadn't processed them yet, but Ryan didn't know airline systems well enough to understand that distinction. 2 weeks before the trip, the texts started. Fiona. "Hi, sweetheart. Quick question about the flights. Do we need to do anything special to check in?" I didn't respond. Ryan's sister, Kelsey. Hey, the hotel is asking for an employee ID number for the rate. Can you send? Silence. Gabriel's wife, Patricia, supposedly neutral in the divorce drama. Olivia, can you check if we can upgrade to first class? Gabriel said you might have connections. Nothing. Finally, Ryan confronted me. You're getting the texts, right? About the trip. What trip? The Hawaii. His expression tightened. Olivia, come on, don't be petty. I'm not being petty. I'm respecting the family's wishes. I pulled up the screenshot I'd saved. See? Family only. Very clear. The panic started 5 days before departure. Delta's system shows buddy passes as pending until the employee activates them. The family had been checking in online, seeing their reservations, assuming everything was fine. Then Gabriel tried to change his seat. What do you mean the reservation isn't ticketed? I heard him shouting through Ryan's phone. I have a confirmation number. Ryan looked at me, his face draining of color. Olivia, the flights, they're not actually booked. I raised my eyebrows. I have no idea. I'm not in the family chat, remember? I assumed Gabriel's travel agent friend was handling it, the one who got him such a great deal. Olivia, please. My parents. Your parents who haven't said a single word about me being excluded from planning their anniversary celebration? This is serious. We're supposed to leave in 5 days. Then you should probably talk to Gabriel's travel agent. The family group chat exploded. Ryan left his phone on the counter and I watched the messages roll in. Gabriel. The airline says we have pending employee passes that were never activated. What does that mean? Fiona. Marina handles our flights. Someone ask her. Gabriel. I thought my friend booked these through his agency. Kelsey. No, you said you were handling it, but Olivia had already set up employee passes. Gabriel. Well, I can't activate employee passes. I don't work for Delta. Patricia. Just call Olivia. Gabriel. No, she chose Natalie's side in the divorce. She's not family anymore. Fiona. Gabriel Walton. You removed her from our family chat. The cascading realizations were beautiful to watch, like dominoes falling, each family member suddenly understanding that their $400 buddy passes required an actual Delta employee to activate them, that their hotel reservations were tied to an employee ID, that their meticulously planned, deeply discounted vacation was entirely dependent on the outsider they'd excluded. Ryan's phone rang. His mother. Put Olivia on. I took the phone. Hello, Fiona. Sweetheart, there seems to be some confusion about the flights. Oh, I thought Gabriel's travel agent was handling everything. I didn't want to overstep, not being family and all. Silence. Then, you know your family. Do I? Because family members are usually included in family planning. I must have misunderstood when I was removed from the group chat. That was Gabriel being foolish. That was Gabriel being Gabriel and everyone else being fine with it, including you and Harold. More silence. Can you fix the flights? Can I? Yes. Will I? That depends. On what? On whether I'm family or an outsider. Because I use my employee benefits for family. I help family. I spend hours arranging travel for family. But I don't do any of that for people who exclude me when it's convenient and only remember I exist when they need something. Ryan was gesturing frantically at me to stop. I ignored him. Olivia, please! We're supposed to leave in 5 days. And I was supposed to be included in planning my in-laws' anniversary trip. Guess we're both disappointed. I hung up. The next 4 days were chaos. Delta flights to Hawaii were booking up for spring break. Without employee passes, the family was looking at $1,200 to $1,800 per person for last-minute tickets. The hotel informed them that the employee rate was no longer valid, quoting them full price, $1,500 a night instead of $200. The family chat became a war zone. Ryan showed me screenshots. Harold, father-in-law. This is what happens when you let petty grudges get in the way of family. Gabriel. I'm not apologizing to someone who betrayed me. Kelsey. You betrayed all of us by removing her without asking. Patricia. Maybe if we all apologize. Fiona. The trip is ruined. 50 years of marriage and we can't even celebrate properly because my children can't act like adults. Ryan begged. Please, Olivia. My mom is crying. It's their 50th anniversary and they let me be excluded from planning it. Your brother decided I wasn't family and everyone went along with it. Now they're facing the consequences. So you're really going to ruin their anniversary over a group chat? I'm not ruining anything. I'm just not fixing what they broke. There's a difference. This is vindictive. No, vindictive would be actively canceling their reservations. I'm just choosing not to use my employment benefits for people who don't consider me family. That's called boundaries. On day 3 before departure, Gabriel cracked. Not because he felt bad, but because his kids were crying about missing Hawaii. The doorbell rang that evening. I opened the door to find Gabriel standing there, hands in pockets, looking uncomfortable. I'm sorry, he said through gritted teeth. For what? For removing you from the chat and calling you an outsider. He looked confused when I didn't immediately respond. What else? I asked. Figure it out, Gabriel. And until you do, enjoy explaining to your kids why their Hawaii trip got canceled because Uncle Gabriel thought being petty was more important than family. He left, furious. The breaking point came when my sister-in-law's husband, Diego, the only other in-law who'd always been kind to me, texted privately. Olivia, I get it. They did you dirty, but my kids don't understand why their cousins aren't going to Hawaii anymore. Is there anything I can do? I liked Diego. He'd been the only one to text me after I was removed from the chat, saying it was messed up. You want honest advice? I replied. Book your own tickets today. Take your family and go without them. Prices are only going up. That would cause World War III. Or it would teach them that actions have consequences. Your choice. He did it. Booked 4 tickets on Southwest, found a decent hotel, and announced in the family chat that his family was still going to Hawaii since the group trip seemed to be canceled. The explosion was nuclear. Fiona called Ryan, screaming. How could Olivia help Diego but not them? It wasn't fair. It was favoritism. It is, I said when Ryan relayed this. It's what happens when you treat people differently. Ryan finally snapped at his mother. Diego never agreed with kicking Olivia out. You all just went along with Gabriel, so yeah, she helped the one person who stood up for her. Deal with it. I was proud of him for that. 2 days before the trip that wasn't, I got a new notification. Gabriel Walton added you to Walton Family Chat. The first message was from Gabriel. Olivia is family. I was wrong. I'm sorry for letting my divorce drama affect everyone. Can we please fix this? Followed by Fiona. We're sorry too. You've always been family. Harold. What Gabriel did was wrong. We should have stopped it. Kelsey. I'm sorry I didn't speak up. Patricia. We were cowards. I'm sorry. I let it sit for an hour, then I responded. I appreciate the apologies, but you've had 3 weeks to make this right. You only care now because you need something. That's not family. That's transactional. Diego and his family have a lovely trip planned. I suggest the rest of you use this as a learning experience for next time. P.S. Gabriel, my choosing sides in your divorce was answering the phone when the mother of your child called about their birthday. If that threatens you, the problem isn't me. Then I left the chat myself. Diego's family had an amazing time in Hawaii. He sent me photos of the kids on the beach, at Luau's, hiking Diamond Head. He'd even managed to get a partial employee rate at a partner hotel because I'd made a call. The rest of the family stayed home, fighting about whose fault it was. Ryan showed me the messages. Gabriel blaming me, Kelsey blaming Gabriel, Fiona blaming everyone, Harold telling them all to grow up. Ryan and I had some serious conversations during this time about family dynamics and boundaries. Though it was tense at first, we came to a stronger understanding about supporting each other. He admitted he should have stood up for me immediately, instead of trying to keep the peace, and we agreed that going forward, we'd present a united front in family matters. Our marriage actually strengthened through this ordeal. A month after the canceled Hawaii trip, we gathered at Fiona and Harold's house for Easter dinner. I brought my famous sweet potato casserole, the one they always requested. Gabriel could barely look at me. Kelsey overcompensated with chattiness. Diego gave me a subtle fist bump. During dessert, Fiona cleared her throat. We've decided to try again for Hawaii for our 51st anniversary. Olivia, could you help us plan it properly this time? I'll help coordinate, I said carefully. But everyone books and pays for their own tickets. I'll provide employee discount codes where applicable, but I won't be managing anyone's travel. That's fair, Harold said quickly. And, I continued, the planning happens in a group chat that includes everyone. No secret chats, no exclusions. The first time someone creates a family-only chat that excludes any spouse, I'm out. They agreed. 8 months after the original canceled trip, we all boarded separate flights to Hawaii for Fiona and Harold's 51st anniversary celebration. The trip happened smoothly, with everyone paying full price for their flights. It was still a discount, but not the free rides they'd gotten used to. Diego and I coordinated together, and it went wonderfully. Gabriel even apologized again, properly, this time. His divorce had finalized with joint custody of his daughter, and he'd realized how much his bitterness had cost everyone. I was so angry about losing my family that I tried to break everyone else's, he admitted. Just remember that next time you want to decide who is and isn't family, I told him. After this conversation, Gabriel and I reached an understanding. While we weren't close friends, we established a respectful relationship that allowed family gatherings to function smoothly. The family chat still exists. I'm still in it. But now everyone knows that family only includes everyone who's part of the family, whether by blood, marriage, or choice. And they definitely know that excluding the person who handles your travel benefits is a costly mistake. As for my employee benefits, I still use them for family, real family, the ones who don't need a canceled vacation to remember that I belong. Though I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy watching them learn that lesson the hard way. Sometimes the best teachable moments come at 30,000 feet, or in this case, from never leaving the ground at all. Before you go, here's a quick bonus for sticking around. If you love learning and growing like I do, you need to try audiobooks. I've got an exclusive deal with Audible. Your first month is completely free. That's access to over 500,000 titles, zero cost to you. All the details are waiting in the description. Don't miss this one.